What's up, Ender Sword?
Not too much, you.
Oh, same old, the same old. Just tuning in for another exciting episode of ProBots.
Yeah.
We are here on a Thursday on ESChamp. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And thank you for joining us, Ender Sword, with your sweet shades. I love it when you wear those.
They're
your gamer
great.
shades, right?
They are straight up gamer
How
shades.
have they improved your performance?
I think so, but not game-wise, just sexually.
That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think they help. They weirdly, they never
They help,
advertise
as long
this,
as they
but
don't
they
hurt.
weirdly make things concaved a little bit.
Oh, really? Do they?
I never not quite know why, but it feels like your monitor's a tiny bit concave. And when you take it off, like if I've been wearing them for hours, then it feels like things are like kind of bulging or whatever. It's kind of weird.
I guess, yeah. Like if you're for like Minecraft, it's like expanding your field of view, right?
Yeah, I think I don't know what they do, but they're yellow.
Like that. Well, that's cool.
They're yellow.
I like them. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for tuning into ProBots. We have an exciting day. What day is this? We are on day 5 already? 4? No, day 4.
I think it's got to be 4. Yeah.
Yeah, we are on day 4 already. Time flies when you're having fun. And we are moving back. No eliminations today. We are moving back into our upper brackets of each group. This will decide, Ender Sword, who moves on into our round of
the brackets.
The actual brackets.
The brackets.
The real bracket. The round of 8, the final challenge. Not the what?
Exactly. Not a day of elimination, but a day of glory.
Day of glory.
Pure glory.
Every day is a day of glory here.
It is.
For somebody, not for everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, well, here's Group A. Speaking of those groups, and if you're just joining us, if you've just tuned in, you can go catch up by watching the videos, and make sure you actually all go check out our other YouTube channel, ESChamp ProBots. We'll get a link in the chat, and I'll mention it again later, and we'll link it again so you can go watch post-bots clips and fail-bots clips and just extra ProBots content. But here's our Group A. Now, this has been a really good group so far.
It has been.
It's got some of our best bots here. Who do you think is going to move on into the round of 8 first, Ender Sword?
I do believe that it would be Eris that is going to move on.
I don't know. Whalemean he's been showing some good performance. He just 2-0'd Dominion Dog.
It is true. And Whalemean, I believe, in as a random.
As a random, so that throws another curveball into the mix.
So it's harder, but I almost think that, I mean, obviously random just is harder. It can be harder for the opponent to deal with you, but I think it means that you potentially have to beat Eris with 2 different races, and people can't really do that with one.
Yeah, it is hard. Eris is built to defend a lot of different things. So I can see your point, but I still think Whalemean can pull something slick out.
I think he's got something. Wouldn't surprise me if there's like something like Whalemean and just the author in general, I guess, because it's hard to say which specific bot, but has had some like clever, kind of cheesy, kind of like aggressive builds that have worked. So I think that's what you got to do against Eris. Whether or not there's a few of them, we'll see.
Now, something important to note on that is these bots did receive updates.
Yes.
So do you think that something specific might have been planned?
I think it's possible. Yeah, certainly possible. Whalemean is the type of bot that could just put in a specific build to counter someone. Eris probably, I don't think is going to do that. There may have been some adjustments, but I don't think there's going to be like a build snipe, whereas Whalemean may try something like that. But I think overall, it definitely, I think there's a few people that may have made some adjustments based on their opponent.
Yeah, I'm looking at we actually have some notes, and we'll talk about them more as we talk about these bots, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right, and the loser of that will, of course, get knocked down to face Spud next week, and then one of those 2 bots will get eliminated. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was this is Group B now. Whoever was on Group A, they're going to get knocked down. Dominion Dog, that's who they're going to fight. Thank you. Here's Group B. Now, Group B also looking really good. We've got NegativeZero. He was he's been winning a lot recently. He's the reigning champion. So, yeah, he won last season too, right? Oh, wait, no. Oh, my God. My brain just stopped. Who won last season, Ender Sword?
Eris,
that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was thinking the season before. That's right. So NegativeZero won the season before, season 3. And he's so strong. All these bots are so strong. They're all fighting over at AIarena.net, by the way.
They are.
And it feels like they're constantly just beating each other up. Eris has been on top for quite some time, though, from what I recall.
Yeah, I think that's pretty true. Yeah, there's a lot, like, it's a pretty tight pack at the top with a few of them, but yeah, I think that has been the case.
Yeah. Anyway, here is EvilZoe and SharpenedEdge. Now, EvilZoe has a bit of a reputation. She has never made an appearance till this season, and has been a bit of a. I'm trying to think of the right word. Basically helped Zoe with Zoe's success, but was kind of like that stepchild that you shove in the closet for a while and don't let anybody know they exist. But it turns out they're really talented and awesome at something. That's EvilZoe.
Exactly.
And that's why EvilZoe is evil, I would imagine.
That is it. It's the evil
origin story.
Yeah. Was separated from Bart at birth.
And Zoe was like the favorite child, essentially.
Yeah.
And
yeah, basically, whereas EvilZoe's been eating fish heads for a while.
Yeah.
But
it's a rough life.
Essentially, the training squad. It's kind of like having your designated like defense and like practice squad on a football team or whatever.
Yeah, you got to have somebody.
You can eventually train it to become like the good one, because it kind of has to keep up with your main one, or else it's
like the water boy.
No use for you. Yeah,
right. Like water boy.
So
kind of like that.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right. Here's the next group, and then of course again we're doing all our upper bracket for each group. MicroMachine. Did we skip a group? Wait, what was group B? Oh yeah, no, never mind. We're good. MicroMachine and BenBot. Thankfully, production is doing an awesome job in keeping me on track. By the way, just shout out to them.
Indeed.
MicroMachine and BenBot. Now, this is going to be a TVT that I am just so excited for this. I don't even know what to say about it.
I think BenBot, really interesting, because BenBot's been getting like incrementally better, and MicroMachine really hasn't been updated.
But MicroMachine's always awesome. He's always been awesome.
Awesome.
Just two awesome Terrans.
Yeah, default mode is awesome.
Default mode.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good matchup.
I'm looking at BenBot's like submission notes for like changes, and there's a number of them there, and none of them have anything to do with playing a Terran. So
see how that goes then. Maybe it won't be as awesome as I thought.
Yeah,
that should be good. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about our first matchup. This is going to be coming up in just a couple of minutes. Again, thank you all for tuning in to day 4. Again, our upper brackets of our group stages. That means next week we're out of the group stages. We've eliminated bots and we've got our top 8. And then tonight we're deciding the first 4, which move into that bracket, that real bracket, the top 8.
Real bracket.
And there it's just normal round of 8 tournament. Good stuff. This has been flowing nicely this season. I like this format.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's been pretty good. Pretty good.
Shout out to our Crown Club as well. You are all awesome. Thank you all for being here and supporting us.
That's true.
Yeah. Speaking of awesome,
our Crown Club very is awesome. Good. Elo.
Eris
almost qualifies as a grandmaster. Only 29 points shy.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Chess wise.
We're almost there, Endersword. We've almost trained the bots where they're gonna just take over StarCraft.
That's exactly
make humans obsolete.
95% win rate is a little insane.
That is really insane, actually.
That's like really, really crazy. And yeah, so I don't know, with that sort of thing, it's hard to see what's gonna beat this, but we're gonna have Whalemean give it a try. Elo of 1926. Win rate deceptively low. Someone explained last time a bit. It's because of how they divide the ladder. Before they used to have like everyone together basically, so almost everyone in our competition had a win rate like 60-70%. Because you only play against the other good bots now, you can have win rates below 50, but it still means you're still in the top slots. It's just that you don't play the weak ones really. So that's kind of why that is. Also an important stat, the Whalemean is approximately 59 feet.
Oh,
yeah,
that's long. That's like
pretty long.
It's like 12 people or something, right?
Yeah, that's
down like 12.
About, just about 12 people. That's pretty.
There you go. You taught me something I didn't know. The Snapple fact that Gazer had. I already knew that. So thank you, Anderson.
The median mean whale.
Perfect. All right. Well, now that we're ready, let's go ahead and dive into our first best of 3 here on ProBots tonight. Who we going again? We just looked at them.
Eris and Whalemean.
Whalemean.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in. Team Eris's.
Eris.
Shark Nice's.
Whalemean.
Cheeky. Now wait, Whalemean wasn't the chatbot, right? It was Shark.
It was Shark Nice. That was the.
Does Whalemean have some chatbot origin as well? Or?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how the first one really does, because it's. I'm sure like you could just leave the code in there, but I'm sure it doesn't do anything. So I don't know whether Whalemean does or does not. Let's say spiritually it does.
Sure, I'm cool with that. All right, well, Eris, again, we were talking a little bit about how just powerful Eris is. Almost unbeatable at this point. So, I don't know, we're going to have to see what Whalemean does. We were looking at the updates for both of them, too. I'm finally reading through all of them. And we might see Oracles do some work, Endersword. It's possible. We saw them last week to some success, right?
Yeah, a little
bit. A little more than usual. It's getting better. Every day. It's
eventually going to make it work really well.
Yeah.
Site buildings and everything. Site queens, something like that.
Yeah. They have a lot of utility. They can absolutely turn the tide of a game. You know, you get 5 of them in here. Kill a hatchery.
Like we saw the statuses, like last week, and that was all right.
Yeah, the stasis fields are really nice. Yeah. I like that. I think, and that's, again, just their utility needs to be used. That's free energy. You can catch a whole army sometimes because no one's really looking for it at this stage because no one really uses oracles.
And the revelation too, like nobody's really used that as a detection tool, but of course StarCraft players do. It's like it's an alternative to opening with an observer.
Sometimes it's better, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit more mobile, like they're quicker, and you can tag something where it's just permanently tagged, or not permanently, but like for a period of time it's tagged, instead of needing to keep your observer in range. So if you tag a group, whether they split up or not doesn't make a difference.
Well, lurkers especially, it's really good against. Now, does Eris gets? Yeah, Eris, I think, does some lurker builds. Eris just gets everything. Eris plays.
Yeah, Eris eventually just techs up.
Just the everything game.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. Speed is on the way first. Another hatchery, nice block, easy block. Yeah, so easy. You're not getting up there, Zergling. I like how he's even blocked one of his probes out though. Too.
Well, that's my concern is that a single Ling has forced a wall in. And
is it better than having a Ling in your base? Or is it worse than having a Ling in your base?
I'd say it is worse than having a single Ling in the base is walling it. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Oh, and rebuilds, interesting.
Okay, that's in some ways better, in some ways worse.
Now, this would be good for adepts, right? How's it worse?
You definitely do this for like adepts. And I mean, if there was a Ling flood, then this is an appropriate thing to do.
Oh, that's true.
Concern is that, of course, there's not a Ling flood. And if he keeps kind of canceling and rebuilding, that's just a little bit of a waste. But at least he's not letting it finish and then has to kill it or anything. But, okay, well, he let the guy back in at least. Very strategic.
Oh, here, so we didn't cover one of the bots in Group B. I thought it fell short. Thank you for telling MPZ5 calling us that. It was Ketroc. We didn't talk at all about Ketroc.
Oh, well.
Or Spud, man. Well, Spud's going to be next week. But
it's not like all his fans rated the channel. Right?
I know. We got a shout out to, Jesus Christ. The one thing Drek asked of us was to thank Ketroc for I forgot YouTube does that now. YouTube hosts are awesome. And thank you, Ketroc, for hosting us. If you're still here. Yeah, he's here. We're a chatty bot. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us from Ketroc's stream. And we will absolutely, we didn't talk about him because we're saving it. It's going to be such a good conversation about Ketroc when his game comes up. You guys just wait. You all just wait.
It'll be great.
It'll be the best conversation ever. No, I can't promise that, but no, we will. I promise we will talk in depth about Ketroc, and we even have him here. He joins us on PostBots pretty regularly as well. So if you're in the Crown Club, check it out. You can come hang out live and even ask Ketroc questions if he's there. It's amazing. So anyway, that's that. We'll talk more about that later. Endersword, what's going on?
Well, Lings are clearing debris over a grate. Whalemean is suffering from the wall in that I pointed out.
Oh my god! That it's gotten worse.
It's going to be a problem.
Well, it looks like the probe either got in or died. It probably
he brought the probe in.
Oh, did it get in? Okay.
Yeah,
the probe made it in.
He canceled it, switched which probe was building, and brought a probe back in. But this is kind of what I was anticipating was going to be the problem, is that he's now walled himself in like a perpetual loop, and he should be expanding now. He's capped himself at 46 out of 46 supply, and it's just not doing anything because I think it's looking to build a nexus and then expand down there. So it hasn't taken these gases. It hasn't taken other building. It's just in a death loop.
Banking money. Yeah, he's in that death spiral or whatever. The death throw? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, death throws. Doing the death knell.
Well, it's like have you seen the ants do that? When ants get stuck following each other, they can get stuck. I think it's called the death spiral. They can get in a death loop. Yeah. Death loop. Yeah. Something like that.
If also ants that are about to die will walk away and die away. Yeah. They'll die away from the group. But then weirdly, other ants in the group will go and retrieve the body and take it home.
I wonder if it's something like their brains like shutting down as they're dying or something.
Yeah, they're like
ants are fascinating. I'm very fascinated by them.
Very interesting creatures.
Man, you're teaching me 2 things now. You've taught me I didn't know.
Tons of things about a very small animal and a very big animal.
Yeah, wow,
that's true.
There's the theme.
So this is it's just going to come down to when Eris realizes that Whalemean is broken.
It's just kind of I guess it's just kind of over. Like 46 supply is not going to hold anything. 4 army supplies, 2 stalkers.
Yeah. If anything triggers him to spend 7,000 minerals, then we're in for a treat. But
and he might have a shield battery too for the battle.
Yeah,
maybe.
So I don't know what is it literally a single ling? I guess 2 of them now, but a single ling started this pattern.
They're just sitting there waiting for something to come down. Yeah, they're just scouting.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're waiting for you to come down. Whenever you come down, we'll leave. But
in the meantime, out of principle, Eris is killing every destructible rocks on the map prior to any start.
Prepping them.
We've seen this before. Now it's attack time. We've seen it before, attack rocks and then abandon them, and usually that signals when it's go time.
He had to he had to get the first group some reinforcements there.
Yeah, good old reinforcements.
What's the refreshments? That's what I was trying to say. Reinforcements and refreshments at the same time.
Yeah. So we're near the max.
Whalemean, why?
Getting the spire, getting infestation pet.
Oh, well, yeah. This is a good show actually of what Eris can do, especially when uncontested. This is just like speed run to the finish line. Get absolutely everything. There's the lurker den. We've got pathogen glands, spire, everything. Creep tumors everywhere. So wait, how come there's a different creep tumor? How come there's 8 and 1? Did you see that?
Yeah.
But then 1 creep tumor. That was interesting. They were like separated. Huh.
I think Whalemean's gonna lose now.
Oh, maybe here comes a lot of Zerglings. Can the stalkers micro enough to get away? Oh, so close. No, they cannot.
I like the simultaneous probe death.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a massacre. Absolute massacre. This was like this. Protoss had no idea that Zerg was even on this planet.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And the Zerg treated him like he wasn't there either. Until he's maxed out. So, so obviously Whalemean broke.
He broke.
And misread the situation.
Yeah, the Lings, I'm curious if they were just like a teeny bit further back. If that would have, because just barely out of range or vision, maybe it would have been enough. Like, stalkers can finally go down.
Yeah, I do think so. I think that constantly having them in vision must be what triggered that. But
just assumed they were going to come up.
Yeah. It's weird in particular too, because you would think that's clearly meant to be the opening to some sort of rush defense, but then he didn't do anything else. So that's a little odd. Like you would think wall off and then build 3 more gateways or do this or do that, but he didn't do that either. So even if that was your rush defense, then what was it? Because it didn't happen. So it somehow triggered the wall off, but then did not trigger the part where he didn't want to build a third base and didn't want to go down there. So
I'm thinking there must be a condition it was looking for where the Zerglings were attacking the buildings.
Yeah.
In which case, yeah, he would have let the thing finish. Stalkers would have fought, and then when they left, maybe that would have been like, okay, now we can do other stuff.
Maybe it just seems like a weird plan because you're
Yeah.
like your condition to start the defense would be that they start the attack instead of you preparing for the defense, but whatever. He's fine.
All right.
I do wonder if that burrowed ling you pointed out maybe had something to do with it, that he was attempting to put a nexus there but couldn't because it was blocked, and then he couldn't have gotten out anyway, but maybe just the fact that he couldn't even register. I don't know.
Over the third?
Something happened there. Over the third, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember a birds or
so, yeah, there was one ling that was, I think, burrowed sitting there.
Okay.
But I don't know what was going on exactly, but either way, it didn't work. So hopefully Whalemean will either be a different race or just not have the same thing happen. A different map could fix that too, where you don't have the ramp right there. Then maybe it doesn't react the same. So let's see. But
let's head to that different map, shall we?
Yeah.
Game 2 is ready. Let's do it. Let's head into Game 2 right now.
That is what
Eris is.
Eris.
Shark Nices.
Whalemean.
He didn't say that last game. Last game he said,
I think you're right.
Hold anything you throw or something.
Yeah, he didn't say it, but that is what occurred.
That is what happened. So, well, now he learned from last game, and maybe he'll do something different here.
And yeah, so it is going to be the same race, but yeah, as I pointed out, there's no ramp here, so maybe it is different behavior because he may not wall that wider entrance open.
Figured out what happened, Endersword.
What's that?
Take a look at our updates. He aged his Zerg cheese in dog water. That is your problem right there.
That is.
You want cat water, my man. Cat water.
It's more acidic.
It is.
Yeah.
Hang here. There's your problem right there.
Eris is a cat. Yeah, it's true.
I see. It would have helped out. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Have you played the new game Stray?
I have not yet. No spoilers. Nobody tell me. I'm waiting for it to go on sale because I'm a cheap bastard.
Either, but it seems to be all the rage.
Oh yeah, no, it looks really fun. I saw it a long time ago.
But I think this weekend or just today, the sequel to I think one of my favorite games of all time has come out.
Oh yeah.
It's Autonauts versus Pirates.
Oh snap! Yeah, you love Autonauts.
Yeah, Autonauts is like a very fun game to me. And it's kind of like a Factorio style thing.
How is it versus pirates? Like because you weren't versus anything in the first game.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't versus anything, but now you are. So now the planet that you land on has pirate bases, and then periodically they will try and raid your base, and you have to clear them out to gain control of the map.
They added a combat element.
It's very similar to Factorio, where you're periodically attacked by aliens, and to get more control of the map, you need to clear out alien bases. But it's that with pirates.
Oh, well, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I forgot to grab it on sale last time it went on sale. It's on my list still.
It's fun. Well, now you can buy it as a package.
Oh, I could. Well, when that goes on sale.
Well, it is now. They're selling both for. I think they're selling both for like $21 or something.
Oh wow! Okay, maybe we'll go snack that.
Because it just came out today. Anyone, I highly recommend. If anyone likes games like that, like industrializing and making production automated and stuff, it's a lot of fun.
Look how cocky Whalemean is.
I know, right?
Oh, my stalker's down here now. Easy.
This is exactly what he said last time. So now his plan is to wall himself in on one base.
Oh God, I hope he doesn't start doing it again. Maybe the probes just have a mind of their own right now. Oh no.
We'll see if he restarts it because there isn't a Ling visible.
Oh, okay, yeah, it might just be when you're right.
Restart it, so that's better.
Okay, the Adepts will get out. Oh, my heart, my beating heart.
That would have been no fun. No
Fun at
fun
all.
way to
Ooh,
start.
get out of here, Stalker. Speed's about to kick in. Oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna get away. No, he's not. He is so cocky this game.
Yeah.
Whalemean, what are you doing?
Gonna get punked.
Oh, they scattered. Look at that. The Adepts scared him off.
Single Adept and scatter, yeah.
Ooh, 3 Adepts. Actually, if micros correctly, that Shade will finish, I think. Oh, no, it's not going to finish in time. So actually, yeah, no, I think all these go down. I think if he had microed him a little bit better right off the bat at the top of the ramp and started killing, he might have been able to fight this a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, shade away after you engage a little bit. Ah, unfortunate. Lost it all. Oh, no, a couple more Stalker sacrifices. Oh, no, the Warp Prism play. This was the other major update. I was going to wait to see if it came into play. And here it is, Endersword.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice,
Saving the
nice
Stalker. Oh, my God.
The hot pickup.
So hot.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, that was scary.
I'd like to see him expand, but it's okay.
You know what? One base Warp Prism win? I'm for it. Let's do it.
Yeah, he's got double Warp Prism coming. I'd feel better if there was, like, Immortals. Because this isn't enough things to fight.
Yeah, it's not nearly enough.
Wow,
Micro,
it's
pick
nice
it up.
that he can pick them up and stuff. It's not enough things.
Looks like he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't pick up the Adepts. He just prioritizes the Stalkers. Wow, look at this fancy micro, though.
Yeah.
That is
Pretty good.
hot. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. That is like the most efficient Warp Prism drop micro I think I've ever seen. 4 Stalkers get it. Let's go. Oh, man, he's going to kill everything with this Endersword. I think this is going to win the game.
It could be interesting.
This is so... Oh, my God, he's going to have 2 of them Endersword.
He's blocking himself in.
No way.
Because he saw some
hey, it's fine. He can lift up once he has 4 Stalkers. He'll lift up and get out. Okay, he's making actually a 3rd Warp Prism beat.
Yeah.
Imagine multiple individual groups of 4 Warp Prism. Yeah, look at that. Boom, lifts over the wall.
I wish there were
this is going to
Archons
get
then,
spicy.
though.
What now?
I wish there were Archons then, though.
Well, that'd be a nice mix. Throw one, like an Archon and 2 Stalkers.
Yeah.
That would be, especially against heavy Ling like this.
You
That
could
would
bait them.
really
You could bait the army in with the 2 Stalkers and then drop the Archon.
And then, get some nice juicy shots.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. This is where he's going to have to be careful. The Queens are going to be trying to get that Warp Prism, but really nice micro will stay just out of range. Okay. I believe Endersword.
It's definitely a good target.
Hold on, we got to pause.
It's a very efficient way to control things. It's just he's never gonna kill things faster than they're being made.
Yeah, he's not really engaging a lot. It's like it's a lot of poking and harass, but yeah, can't, especially with the Queens, he can't commit.
Yeah, we very rarely see a bot make harassment work.
Yeah,
because it's not good at like choosing targets and stuff.
Yeah,
it has to be an overwhelm, like harassment into overwhelming, not just like chip damage.
So this makes it so hard to choose the target because of how mobile it is, right? You're just constantly moving around. It's not like whatever's in front, is necessarily the right target.
Exactly.
Oh, where's the wall now?
Yeah, he should have walled off, man.
Oh,
the hell.
Oh no. And Stalkers can barely even drop. There's so many Zerglings on the ground there. Oh, and if this was like 2 base, maybe a little damage would be acceptable, but this is everything.
Too much. The irony here is he actually lured him into the base.
Did he?
Because Eris wasn't really going to attack or anything. I think he just chased the army into the base.
One Stalker in a dream here. Now he does have 3 full Warp Prisms of Stalkers over here. I love this though. This is actually
pretty good. Yeah, it's getting good. You could see this. You could see this spiraling out of control, but it would be. It's harder to do, but
he's gonna lose before he can do anything cool with the Warp Prisms. Like this is already pretty cool, but yeah, he just can't commit to anything to pull anything off.
He did get a Prism upgrade,
and
there you go. Just purely eliminate it. Yeah,
that was one of the most epic eliminations, though, that I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
Yeah.
I could see that doing really well, though, if it gets a little bit more bold, a little bit more okay with taking some shots initially or something, and then just go back once your shields are depleted, kind of thing. I don't know. It gets really hard to calculate that. When exactly do you pull back so you don't lose a war prism full of stalkers, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, and I think you kind of need it to be not. I guess stalkers is the only thing you can like afford on one base, but like, yeah, immortals would be better, obviously.
I don't know. I like the mobility of the stalkers.
The mobility of
I don't know.
stalker is good, but they do no damage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
the thing is, you have to just keep them coming back, and you need to get like, I don't know, like 12, 15 shots to kill a queen, and it's just got so much time. Their army has time to pull back, to heal, to regen, to everything, that you just never take it out. Whereas it, like the immortals, first of all, the attack hits the moment it fires, so there's no.
Oh, that's true. The laser has to travel,
and it means that you could drop on buildings.
Good point.
And like you kite around the buildings, and then you could kind of go for the main using the same strategy.
Whereas, I like the numbers aspect of it though. Just having double the unit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels like it could mess with the AI army a little more. The army's AI. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at our next game. What do we got next?
We've got
NegativeZero
versus NegativeZero.
Ketroc, the one that we forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us again, everybody from Ketroc stream, and Ketroc still here. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what updates we got for these two as we pull up their stats. Pulling up the notes that I totally read.
It says things.
Oh my god, it won't load.
No, why not?
Tell us, what did NegativeZero get for updates?
Well, NegativeZero, you see,
You have it up?
has fixed he's made his phoenixes work as a squad.
Ooh.
Can now lift things up.
Okay. So you won't have every single Phoenix trying to lift something and nobody shooting, essentially.
Exactly.
He's
changed observer target scoring. I'm not certain what that means, but it's a thing that he
probably
said.
Where the observer tries to go. I would imagine.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe what
I am not smart enough to know your guys' lingo. All right.
Exactly. He added a counter table for siege tanks. That seems fairly important versus Ketroc. But then, to his disadvantage, he says that he's removed a hack that causes Ketroc to choose the wrong build orders.
Oh, now that is honorable.
Yeah, that is honorable, but maybe will it work out for him?
Wasn't there a game of Scenes Thrown or something where like kick some guy down a pit or something? It was like he fought with honor or something. Like points out, it's like so did
I didn't. He did.
All right, yeah, I didn't.
Exactly. Yeah, you fight.
So we'll see where that gets.
Right, he did. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Ketroc. Ketroc has added a new one base mech all-in. I like that.
Ooh, I like
that. Added Thor capability to the bot. I think that's good. Tweaks to the 7 racks Marine Rush. I didn't know he did a 7 racks.
Oh yeah, we've seen it once or maybe not 7 racks actually. I think we've seen some proxy racks.
Yeah. Able to detect enemy blink, good stuff, and turn off Cyclone production versus blink. Good move. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Look at this. A lot of good updates for both of these bots. And again, 2 of the top bots over at AIarena.net. I know Eris is number 1 and Ketroc's Ketroc's number 2. And where's NegativeZero? Oh yeah, he's number 5. So yeah, and they're all right there above 1900 ELO in that 1900 range. So this is going to be good, Endersword. Are we ready?
I am ready.
30 seconds. Well, let me real quick, since we got 30 seconds, I want to say thank you all for joining us. If you've just tuned in, and thank you to the Crown Club. You are all awesome.
Hit that like button down there.
Give us a thumbs up.
Smash it. People always say on the YouTubes.
Smash it or whatever the hell you do.
Smash it, hit it.
Oh yeah, I got to do that too.
Give it some bread.
Somebody's on PostBots tomorrow. That's why I was bringing that up. So Shark Nice will be on PostBots tomorrow.
We'll be on the PostBots. So maybe we can ask him about that loopy battery.
Yeah, see exactly what happened. So yeah, join us again if you're in the Crown Club for PostBots tomorrow, same time here on ESChamp. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our next best of 3, NegativeZero versus Ketroc here on ESChamp. Let's go.
mind me's.
NegativeZero.
Okay. Oh,
Turn your shit down, Ender Sword.
Ketrocs.
Okay.
Ketroc.
Don't know why.
Ready? Yeah, you got it figured out there.
I think I just
Oh boy, Ender Sword, you're gonna see it now. If you hadn't, if you don't remember, here it goes.
Oh my goodness.
Marine Rush.
Marine
Now again, I
Rush.
don't think we've seen the 7 racks Marine Rush. Maybe
Yeah,
we have.
let's see if this is a 7 racks Marine Rush. That would be excellent.
Oh boy.
It's a
It up.
short map to do that on, kind of. And
Yeah, a little bit. That's good.
Yeah,
right?
let's see what NegativeZero's up to.
How's he gonna get? I'm curious if he's gonna get upgrades or just kind of do like our other Terran Rush bots have been doing, just crank out Marines. Because
Usually,
we have a lot of money for upgrades.
Yeah, that's usually a 7 racks Marine Rush. That should just be some Marines.
Yeah, you're not
Like,
gonna have a
there's
lot of
no-
money for
Yeah,
combat
there's
shield.
no other options there.
I don't know. He might get combat shield. Would be a good one to invest in. It upgrades quickly and it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're going all Marines, think of how much health that adds over time.
It does add a lot. I think it's the time of adding a tech lab, and you have to then get some gas. 'Cause
Yeah, but it
this-
also takes a ton of time to get 7 racks, right? Like,
It does, but you can get them because he's not mining gas at all.
that's a good point. Yeah, no,
Like,
I think you're right.
That's the cut, is that you don't need any gas whatsoever.
Oh, SCV's gonna die. He's hanging out. Oh, he's hidden on the little low wall there. Now, you would think he'd be hidden high up against the wall like that.
You
but
think
Marine
so?
can
What's
shoot
the
through
angle that
the
he's got?
ledge, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure,
All right,
then
we
again.
got the back wall gateway.
Is that in?
Is,
Is that in range? Can you see that?
I think you can see it. No.
Oh, we can't.
Just out from the thingy.
Just out.
And
It's like even hanging in the slow zone a little. That is as close as you can get.
it is indeed. Let's see what he intends to do with this, if anything. I
Yeah,
do
'cause
think the Adepts is a pretty decent way to try and defend against this if he needs to. Let's see when he goes with this.
Mass Adepts would be the perfect counter to Marines,
It
right?
can be. Yeah, I think so. Like if you control them well, I think it's pretty
Especially
good.
with no
I mean,
combat shield.
Yeah, Stalkers are good as well, but the fact that you can kind of like blink away.
Well, Adepts just do a lot
yeah.
more damage, right?
Yeah,
Marine?
they do, but then they also are squishier themselves.
That's true. Well,
So it's a bit
Not-
of a
not
trade-off.
quite as
but,
fast.
yeah.
hell, it's about time.
So let's see if he gets wind of this. He's not going to right away. Here, the shade mage. See the army going across there?
Ooh, you're dead, Adept. Oh, he cancels at the last possible moment.
Yeah.
That's good because he would have
They're
lost
still
that Adept
coming,
for
but
sure.
there's no real reaction out of NegativeZero here, and he's still
Now
actually
he
sending
can-
shades across. He could actually let a couple of those finish and try and cut off the reinforcements. Because
Ooh, the high ground's nice.
He's got like a bunch here. This actually could work out really well, being right in the middle of them. He's pulled half the squad back, and another little squad is still going forward.
Oh,
you can see,
nice.
like he's kind of getting a lot of. It's definitely disrupted the push, but he's going to get taken out here.
Oh, and that's like all his production. Does he have any gateways in the main? Surely he's got a gateway
He's
in
got
the main, right?
one at least, but
Yeah. That's
yeah,
it.
but
That
this
hurts,
may
though.
have bought him enough time now that he's kind of blunted it.
That was actually about as perfect, I think, as you could have hoped for. Yeah, it sucks he
he's
lost the
got
Adepts, but yeah.
reinforcements chasing this stuff
Wow.
too. I think this works, and now a Stalker I think is gonna
I
help.
don't know. That's a lot of Marine. Look at the army supply. That's a lot of Marines.
It is still a lot. I don't know what he's added at home. He's just not adding anything. That's the problem. Is he's adding like probes. There's another warped in Stalker.
It's just a numbers
He
game.
needs to get like an
Like this
immortal out, but he needs a little with it. 3 Stalkers is not nothing.
Actually, yeah, no, they could do it. Oh
Yeah,
no, but they're gonna
he's
try to
getting
go up the
trapped
ramp.
here. No, okay, 4. He's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah,
I think he'll lose
they lost
a
one.
little, but he'll get going right to the Colossus may not be.
He
I
is
think
so
he-
greedy right now.
Yeah, he needed an immortal with this. I think he's gonna lose a lot of probes. Is the problem? Like he's gonna hold it, but he's essentially lost the.
Yeah, but is that a huge deal though? Because then it's one base versus one base. It's like, yeah, okay, because this is an all in from Ketroc, right? This is all that's going to happen.
Yeah, assuming he does just continue it, which I think he is, because there's still no gas taken or anything. So yeah, all he needs is the hold. But yeah, he could have got there cleaner, but I think this worked out well.
In the end, looks like NegativeZero is going to hold it. Army supply starting to even out, and the Stalkers on the high ground just too powerful for the little squads coming in. If there was a little bit more cohesion from the Marines, I guess by this point they had expected to just overrun everything.
That's it. It's exactly the cohesion that got disrupted by the Adepts that happened in the middle of the map, and that was the key to this. Because the first group that came in ended up only being like 5 or 6 of them, and that was supposed to be like 12 plus, and then he got distracted in the middle. Had that first group made it through, then everything would be dead at home, and it would be too late to do anything about it.
Or Marines massacred one by one to the slaughter.
Yeah, even that Nexus almost died. But
on paper for a minute, those Marines had it won almost, and the Stalkers just too good. All right, game 1, we'll go to NegativeZero. Yeah, finally.
Okay, so he's
we've lost
gonna transition now. Maybe.
How many Marines do you think have died? I like playing this game.
58.
Let us know in chat how many Marines you think are dead by the end of the game. How many do you think? Let's do that.
By the end of the game, 110.
110? I think 68.
Okay, I think 68 are already dead.
Let's get a number. Let's see the numbers. Oh yeah, you're way closer. 87. Yeah, you actually might be right on. So if we get to, would you say 100?
I said 110. So I think it's this group plus like 2-3 more.
There's still 7 producing at a time. I mean,
he's actually winning. Yeah, he's actually winning here. He may push if he pushes his back, it adds like another 40.
Some nice Warp Prism micro again. I'm glad that this is becoming commonplace for our Protoss.
Yeah. I guess I assumed he was going in for the kill, but of course he's waiting for his Colossus to finish.
Gotta have those Colossus for the Marines, man. Actually, at this point, it would have been really helpful for that group right there. Colossus would have saved the day for sure. All right, well, here we go. Ketroc is giving the order to push once more. The Marines are in an all-out frenzy. They have been stimmed and brainwashed, and, well, actually not stimmed. No stim for these guys, but they're brainwashed for sure to just go and attack. It's that re-socialization process they have to go through. It's not pretty, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Not pretty.
Convince people to do anything. I don't know, I assume these Marines were recruited as children.
Well, they, I think a lot of the time they're just abducted from, not as children, but just, like farmers and shit. They just abduct people from colonies, and then dump them full of whatever to make them think that the Zerg killed their family, and all of a sudden they have a reason to fight.
Yeah.
Brainwashing, man.
Oh, I love the pathing on this Colossus. Number 1. So I think we're going to be above... Yeah, my original guess 110. I think we're closer to 120.
Oh, we've got to be up to like almost
137,
right?
maybe. Yeah.
Let's see, what's our number at? 129. Yeah, we're getting close to 130.
Yeah, and now we're gonna get like the last wave as these die. So I think
so maybe even 140. What are you doing in Mock Swamp? Got a Shrek fan in the house. I like Shrek. It's a good movie. Well, what a massacre. Nicely played. It was a good attempt from Ketroc. I like the speed of it and the rally, but it needed to... so close. What did we say? 156? I think that's the closest. John C, I think.
That's the closest without... Yeah, definitely.
Good job, John C.
So he guessed it after we had already showed like 120.
Oh, did he? Oh, well. Whatever. Still counts. Well, that was interesting to say the least. I think if the Marines had pulled back sooner and regrouped and gotten just big waves, essentially, like a big ball, wrecking ball. That's kind of what you have to do with unupgraded Marines. Because just in small groups, they just get picked apart.
Split up, and just him having that adept
Oh, that was huge. Yeah, that was the turning point.
That's what did it, obviously, and I think that's very map dependent as well. Just having something that was coming.
But
to
again,
life
I
in the
feel
middle.
like the Marines could have regrouped at the numbers were there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they could have regrouped and then just barreled through at just that one point. But
yeah, they could have just. What had happened was that he had the largest pack of them in the front, and only half of them dropped back to fight the Adepts, and the other half went.
Yeah.
Even if all of them had stayed back to fight, then they all would have gone. But then he lost the 5 or 6. Then 5 or 6 more came in. Like it wasn't good enough.
Well, I gotta say, yeah, well done by NegativeZero to pull that off and separate the army for sure. Well, let's go ahead and dive into game 2 and see if Ketroc or NegativeZero will be moving on. NegativeZero just 1 game away.
Yep.
Let's go.
Mind me's.
NegativeZero.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc.
Feeling very all-inny tonight for Ketroc.
Very much so. I guess he
Feeling
improved
as
these
always.
2 builds, so he wants to use them. Let's see how this one goes. This could be good. I think depending what this actually is, because I think NegativeZero's like survival to that all in was almost more in the accidental realm than it was by design. So if he gets hit with like a good mech all in, then this could be.
I think it was a little accidental. I don't know, maybe that did almost feel intentional, just with the positioning, and even if it was accidental, he adopted. I almost said adapted to it really well, and I do think that was some on-the-fly decision making, but well thought out. It was almost like planned improv, if that makes sense. Like he almost like he knew he might engage something out there already. You know?
Well, I think his attempt, as we've seen NegativeZero do, is to go for adept harassment, regardless, and he's going to do it again now. So
a little bit further away.
I think this may be it's further away, but it will hit fairly soon. So if Ketroc is going for like a mech all in, you could get hit by like 5 or 6 adepts before you ever get there.
Actually, I guess distance-wise, it's a little closer because you don't have to go all the way around that landmass now. Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, this is closer. Yeah, that's actually really close. But that puts it vulnerable to the Marines pushing out. But if they don't push across that gas, then or the smoke screen there, I guess he won't see it. So it's fine. It's good. I like it. I like it. So all right, but we're getting a mech all-in. So what does a mech all-in include? Just tanks, Hellbats?
It could mean different things. The way he's setting up a reactor implies to me that would be Hellion Hellbat. Cyclone is usually what you'd think of for something early, particularly against.
Oh yeah, well he's known to do that.
That's not really what he's. Yeah, it's going to be a tank first. I mean, a mech all-in could also just mean like a 1-1-1. Or like a 1-2.
Tanks with some Marine support. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's it.
That's good. It's a good build. It can definitely make something happen.
Yeah.
But it does have to hit before a certain time because NegativeZero did get that early second base. So after a certain point, NegativeZero is just going to have way too good of an economy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already got way too good of an economy, I think.
Yeah. It'll be like if he can get these tanks set up, because I do still expect that you're going to get this adept harassment coming in. And I think if there's a couple tanks set up defending well, then it could shut that down. But it could also still be a problem.
Ahead of schedule to die. Oh, come on, tank. Why?
Yeah, it's doing the thing.
Oh, my God. Our favorite thing. I thought they were going to just take a
but he's aborted it, so he's kind of bailed out of this, which I think works. Is he going to adapt?
Tanks coming out, 2 at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, is he going to adapt now to this? I don't usually think of tanks plus a bunch of Marines as a mech all in, but
Oh, you're gonna have extra minerals.
It is, yeah.
Because Hellions aren't as good against Protoss. Oh boy, stay siege.
Is he going live?
Boom, there we go. And he's got the SPs
one of them
for
actually
repair.
finished. Yeah.
It's actually brilliant. Which finished?
One of the adepts
One of the
finished
adepts.
his Jade, and the other one's canceled it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there he is. Rip.
They're gonna meet in the middle here. This just the fact that he's delaying them is usually a really big key to this. There again, he had 4 of them, I guess, finished that time, but he's bailing out of it. I think you either got to commit to that then, or don't.
He kind of did.
But he left.
Yeah, then he uncommitted. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
which means he didn't truly commit.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, I love how the SCVs are hugging that tank for the repair, but the adepts actually, with their shade in, kind of pushed him away and screwed him up. Where he might have, if he had targeted and committed, like you said, he might have been able to get that tank. But as it is now, there's 5 tanks.
Yeah, he's only getting a robo just now, and this army just cannot stand and fight this. He's gonna be better off if he somehow draws him to this 3rd base position instead of going right down the natural.
He might. It actually looks like, well, kind of is.
If he ends up in that natural choke, I don't see any way out of it.
Neither one really wants to truly engage here. I rightfully so. But this would be the moment for NegativeZero to come in. And here it goes.
Yeah. This is the boss position.
Oh, yeah. Gets the army
on top of these. Yeah.
Oh, but
the Marine's chasing kind of the wrong side of this, but he will keep tanks alive. Ketroc definitely still with the much bigger army.
Ketroc killed one of his own tanks right there at the end, which is unfortunate.
Happens.
It happens. All right, but yeah, Ketroc has a huge army. He's got the numbers. Again, the numbers are in his favor, but can he make something happen? Oh no, 1 tank left all alone. He's got SCVs to repair, but it's not enough. Okay, so
he's falling back a little far. He gets a little bit of a reprieve because NegativeZero once again is going for a Colossus instead of getting an Immortal out. And an Immortal, I think even just one of them would end this.
For sure.
Yeah, and his Marines are just not really functioning with the tanks very well.
They kind of were. Like, they're, especially here, they're sticking with it like they should. But yeah, I think it was just that land, like the empty space where they all got kind of split
yeah,
apart.
They got split up, and the Marines fell back to one of the bad tanks, basically.
Yeah.
Instead of the forward ones.
Yeah, they fell back when they probably should have kept pushing forward a little bit because, then that tank was exposed. Anyway, Ketroc does still have numbers. He's got the army. Blink is on the way, getting close to finish. I feel like when Blink finishes, that's kind of the, especially with the Colossus, it's kind of the timer, right? Where Ketroc's out of time.
Yeah, definitely. That kind of clenches it. And I think at that time, too, you're going to find that the army supplies have really tightened up, where it's 72 workers to 27. Like, that's not it's not close.
Well, yeah, exactly. As soon as NegativeZero starts focusing solely on army production, he's just he's gonna have so much. So Ketroc has to take the fight of his life right here, right now, I think. And tanks are gonna get sieged up in a decent spot, I guess, to go down right away.
It's a pretty good fight here because the Marines weren't unchecked, but really good prioritization, I think, to go for the tanks, and the Stalkers were pretty fearless about that.
Yeah, that was really good targeting. Well, and that's the key. If you're going to commit in there like that, you can't waste your shots on Marines or you're going to lose everything.
Yeah, exactly. But we've seen bots really, really fail with that logic. Like, we've harped on that a lot.
Yeah, but you're right. This is really crisp, though. That was
really good. To know that that's the target that you want to and ignore the rest.
Well, and to do it at a good time as well, because like right now he's not doing it again. He's waiting until he's got a little more, maybe even a better position. I don't know how much position he can read, but
here I don't again. The Marines were falling back to that 4th tank.
Yeah, you have to be up at the front.
Yeah,
stay at the front lines.
Got to leapfrog forward a little bit. This is a better position. If he can kind of make them engage in this choke, the Colossus, particularly without range yet, is not good at all. Yeah. Even though it should be good against the Marines, they get destroyed by tanks.
Well, again, the army numbers are in Ketroc's favor at the moment. No upgrades truly in play other than Blink. I guess Resonating Glaive's about to finish. But yeah, then 1+1 finishes.
Collapsing in, but he catches him unsieged entirely.
Oh, that's huge.
And this is just Yeah,
I
gigantic
think he
heal.
knows when to go in.
Try and
Oh,
get
still.
the Colossus out. Does barely.
Ketroc has been holding a 20 army supply lead this whole time still.
That was a fairly decent exchange. It's just he needs to hold on to the tanks. And he's got no real way to close the gap here. Again, this is actually similar to the first thing because this is tank focused and stuff. The Marines also no stim, no combat shields.
It's fascinating how well this has actually worked off one base. Like I feel like any lesser bot would really have trouble dealing with this and probably just fall.
I think so. I think he's broken now, but
oh yeah, no, this NegativeZero's got this now. Now the army supply is closed up. Wow. That was really interesting though. I actually again that really did a good job for what it was for the amount of time that we're still in play. We're at almost 10 minutes in the game and it's still kind of holding on. Army supplies even upgrades starting finally to be in NegativeZero's favor with +2 on the way. And yeah, that's all just too much.
Yeah, it's these jumps that are really, really good. I don't know if there's a way that you can sneak stim into this because generally, like with this many Marines, the point is if somebody tries to close on you, stim just punishes them.
Oh yeah, because it just melted.
Just so severely. And then, and if you don't do that, if you try to deal with the Marines, then the tanks punish. So it has to be the 1-2 punch, and it wasn't in this. So the Marines, despite the fact that they were never the priority, just didn't punish enough to compensate for the loss of the tanks.
Oh man, perfect reads out of NegativeZero when to blink in and take it. Even now, and because he was waiting earlier, but now that he sees there's only one tank here, so he's like, all right, I can blink on that. Nicely played. NegativeZero's going to take it 2-0, Endersword.
Yep.
Wow.
Should also give NegativeZero credit, by the way, on the canceling the Adept harassment right away.
Yeah, that was a good call.
He went in, took a look at it, and was like, nope, and just went back to macroing.
Well, and props to Ketroc bot for having such a cool build and getting so aggressive. We've been getting into a bit of a macro phase in ProBots, so I'm glad that there's still some aggression being thrown out here. Catches bots off guard.
That's it. And I think, again, you just ran into the worst opponent for it because I think that kills almost everyone else. Yeah. Because we really haven't seen behavior like that from a bot of like blinking in or knowing when to rush and then specifically choosing the tanks as the target to rush. We just, like, I've harped on that a million times that bots seem incapable of doing that. And we just saw it from NegativeZero. So that's...
Well, and remember, that was one of his updates, was he literally added a counter for siege tanks. So
exactly. Yeah.
He dealt with it so well. And I guess that's the counter, just getting the blink stalkers, knowing when to dive in and
counter is killing
target them down. And that was hot, man. Good.
That works. That works.
All right.
So there we go. That's our first half.
That is our first half.
Indeed. So we'll be jumping to a 5-minute break and then coming back with the winners of Group C and D. 5-ish.
But yeah, C and D, we've got EvilZoe, SharpenedEdge in Group C, and MicroMachine and BenBot in Group D. So this is gonna be a fun couple of games. What else do we got? Shout out to our Crown Club. Shout out to Endersword. Shout out to our production team, Drexama and Laddie and Kaiser, keeping things looking smooth. And shout out to all of you, the viewers, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for giving us a thumbs up if you like it and getting us some visibility on YouTube. And all right, let's go to a break, and we'll be back with day 4, our Groups C and D upper bracket thingy here on ProBots. Thanks for being here, everybody. Nope, we're not. Okay, now we're back.
Okay, now we're back. I didn't move. I just stayed here.
That's good. You were ready to go. That's good.
I was.
Well, are you ready for our Groups C and D, Endersword?
I am, for sure.
They're going to be good. Are you all ready for Group C and D? Because we're about to dive into it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. We've got EvilZoe versus SharpenedEdge, and then MicroMachine versus BenBot. So 2 more epic best of 3s coming your way. Again, this is day 4 of ProBots here on ESChamp. Make sure you check out our other YouTube channel, ESChamp ProBots. You can get all sorts of cool failbots clips and postbots clips, and all the clips are there, I guess. That's what I'm told.
Clips is the keyword.
A lot of clips. So check it out. Go follow it if you want more ProBots content. And postbots tomorrow. We'll be joined by Shark Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. We've had him on a couple times. Always great to have him back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be able to see exactly what happened there in that first game that broke him so bad.
Yes.
But yeah, let's look at some stats. Let's look at our next series. Endersword.
Peekaroo.
EvilZoe versus SharpenedEdge.
EvilZoe, 2191. The Elo.
Pretty good.
Win rate. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Nice monocle. Nice little mustache. Just purely. There's no goatee though. Don't know about that. But
gotta have a goatee to be truly evil, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the key. But he's going more for fancy. Like Zoe Evil is more fancy evil.
Yeah.
Instead of evil. Yeah.
Anyway, great win rate. We've heard some very good things and even seen a couple of really nice things so far.
Yes.
And I'm curious what updates EvilZoe has received.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm hearing double all of a sudden.
Yeah.
EvilZoe, we don't actually know. The updates are a mystery, Endersword. If there were any.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. SharpenedEdge, another strong bot, been here. Veteran bot, been around a long, long time. And no updates for him?
Wow. I think SharpenedEdge hasn't been updated in like a decade, but it's still good.
He's awesome.
The bot that originally knows how to do it. The Elo is actually the date that it was created and hasn't been changed since then.
Yeah. Been around the block a few times.
That's it.
SharpenedEdge always gives a good showing. But this is going to be a great series. Again, thank you all for being here. This is a PVZ coming up. And cast your votes. Who you want to win? EvilZoe versus SharpenedEdge in the chat, or who you think will win. I don't know.
I always just vote for who I think will win.
Isn't that kind of who you want to win? Is who you think will win?
Not necessarily.
Not always.
Because sometimes you think you're pulling for the underdog, but you don't really think they're going to win.
That's true.
That happens a lot. But we've always gone with the polling of who do you want to win. That way, no one feels like a loser if they're wrong.
Yeah. All right. Well, game is ready. Our next best of 3 again here on day 4 of ESChamp, our upper bracket. So the loser of this just gets knocked down to face another opponent next week. So no eliminations tonight. Well, let's go ahead and move on to Hardwire for our next match. Let's go.
Soup catchers.
EvilZoe.
There's all sorts of versions of EvilZoe. All right, no, there's lots of versions of Zoe.
But then is there
SharpenedEdge.
Well, no, I think each version is made from EvilZoe. So like EvilZoe's like the in Resident Evil, how she's like the real one of them's the real one, but we don't know which one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, oh my goodness, what's happening? Oh, he's grouping up. Okay, it's fine.
This is certainly evil.
He's grouping up. This is super evil. And we don't see this super often, but here we go. Gonna try to get that quick W, Endersword.
The probe there sees what's going on and kind of pieced out a little
wall
bit.
it off. Wall it off, SharpenedEdge.
Yeah.
Wall it off.
Are you gonna get just the full wall? No, not the full wall.
Now, see, this would be a perfect matchup for Whalemean with his wall. This is exactly where you want to keep that wall up and spamming it. But
True.
Oh boy, here we go.
Could have there.
Oh, he's running with scissors. All right.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes.
Oh, it's going to be a brawl. The workers do all get pulled for both sides. The drone micro's pretty good.
Very important to note, not enough minerals to start a zealot. So that
Oh, no. That's huge. Yeah, if you could get one zealot out, he wins, potentially. No, the drones had a little bit of a superior concave that whole time, I think. And they've, of course, got that regen, which allows them to take another hit when they pull back and stuff. So drones should always win the worker rush, right? Is that what we've concluded?
I think so. The probes, the probes can always do kind of the infinite quicker shield regen. So I don't know that it's totally like solved. I kind of feel like, weirdly enough, the one that's on the offense is potentially better off because the other one retreats to its own mineral line. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but that tends to be what happens.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, well,
there you go. Ag build worker defense. Oh, that's
Evil
good.
Zoe, so evil.
Yeah, late worker rush.
Yeah, Evil Zoe doesn't have time for this group stage crap. He's going
No.
straight to the round of 8.
Not
That's the
interested.
plan. Not interested.
This whole thing. I kind of want to see that again. And he scouted it too, which is the weird part.
So in theory, yeah, you could just have just make a wall. You could, yeah. Well, but how could he? Surely he could see how many there are, right? Even though they're stacked up, because that's just a visual.
And they weren't even like stacked right on top of each other. But
yeah, exactly.
Definitely, you can see it anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what happened there, because you should know at that point what's gonna, be going on. But he chose not to wall. Could have.
Shark Nice would have walled.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Whalemean would have walled.
Exactly, and they could have also canceled the second gateway and just started pumping a zealot out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe makes the difference.
Definitely some other choices that could have been made that would have resulted in a potentially better situation. I don't know. It's so hard to hold the drones though. They're cheeky. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if Evil Zoe is evil once more in game number 2, or if she switches it up, and see if SharpenedEdge can get a win here. Let's go.
Soup catchers.
EvilZoe.
Infies.
History, German.
SharpenedEdge.
Oh. Zoe is definitely Zoe's been in production, or how long has Zoe been around actually? Zoe's probably under 4 years old, maybe 2. How old is Zoe? 2?
No.
One
Zoe, yeah, something like that. Something like that.
We'll ask. We can ask the author.
Yeah.
All right. So hold on. Pull that back up. I didn't finish reading. What's going on?
So the drone rush is 100%, 102.
Oh, that's how successful it is. Got it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's going to do it though. Yeah. Okay.
But,
he's building.
will be
okay, got it. I'm caught up.
Still pretty good.
All right. So I guess it's choosing, since it did that last time, it chooses the next most successful build.
Yeah, I guess so. Right? I don't know exactly.
Yeah, the link flood 78%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the next most successful. Anyway, Evil Zoe not rushing, not being too evil this time. I'm going to macro up. We've got Nexus coming down for SharpenedEdge. So SharpenedEdge is going to be able to play a little bit more of a macro game this time. Well, assuming he can survive the link flood.
Yeah, is going to have to do something because it's a wider ramp.
Got a wall.
There's no indication. Well, there is no. Yeah, he's starting a wall, but yeah, it'll be there. Okay, at least the zealot's coming. That's good. Yeah.
I didn't realize that came on deafened in Discord. I was like, why are they talking so much? Okay, that was my bad. All right, well, yeah, the Lings are coming, Endersword. Nothing's going to stop them at this point, I think, other than a wall or a zealot, like a zealot in the wall, just any kind of, like a full wall, any kind of wall. You need a wall. And here come the first couple Lings now. A couple Queens coming out as well, so it looks like he will just be injecting and pumping Lings out hard. Oh, boy. Oh, wait, he's going to get a third base. Oh, okay. Nope, just, oh.
Yeah, go on.
What are you going to do, Zoe? Come on. Nope.
Just doesn't have the minerals for it yet.
That's right. Thinking about it, though. I don't know. Do you want a third base when you're doing a Ling rush like this?
You can make it just for the larva.
Just for the larva? Okay.
Yeah,
that's true.
And just continue. That's frequent thing to do. And I think it times out fairly well. That like by the time your speed's done, your larva from that base may be producing.
Oh, the adept gonna try to weasel its way out. Actually, it's gonna die once it shades if it even finishes it. But no, it dies first. Okay, we have a wall. Oh my gosh, Endersword. Oh, there's a wall.
Pretty
My
good.
heart can rest. My heart
Pretty
can
good.
relax.
Now let's just see if he does normal good behaviors behind the wall. Holding, staying in the wall, being very zealotous. Because, yeah, if it's just going to be a Ling Flood against a well-fortified position, then that makes it tough. There is going to be an Immortal behind. It just, is there enough units to hold? Because it's literally just that one guy. There's the Stalker. Okay.
As long as he doesn't get pushed out of the wall by the
don't push it
Stalker.
out.
Jeez.
I'm a little concerned.
But they probably get pulled too. Hold
He
position.
pushed it out pretty far.
Oh, here we go. This is some nice probe micro.
Yeah, good job.
This is really nice. Oh, but
Good
he's going to
job.
run out of probes to be able to wall with soon. There's too many lanes. Just build the
Okay.
wall. The Immortal's here.
Immortal, though. Immortal OP.
Oh, man, if we could have gotten that Immortal into that spot, that would have been
Yeah.
money. But I think it was just, it wouldn't have, it barely would not have made it, I think.
All right, and there's
Even if he did
tons
run
more
for it.
coming.
Yeah, that's it.
He's, yeah.
Oh, that was so close, though.
That Zealot came out just a bit too far. He pushed it out to the point that it could get surrounded. You need, the whole point of that one file choke is that you only allow a small amount of surface area, but he had it way out too far. Really good with the probes, but no.
Just not quite enough. Yeah, that was really fancy micro using the mineral walk. And if that Immortal, man, I'm telling you, one more second, if it had bum rushed that gap, it could have made it.
Yeah.
And stopped links from coming in, I think.
Yeah, there's
But
a
again,
lot going
only
on
for maybe a couple. There's just so many links here.
here. Yeah, you only need to hold like a little while longer before so much of this stuff would have come online. But there you go.
GG, EvilZoe straight to the round of 8 for her. So well done.
Yeah.
And SharpenedEdge will get knocked down to face Tier next week. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at all our games for next week, who got knocked down and all that in just a little bit. Anything else you want to say on that? That was pretty straightforward. Very aggressive.
Very straightforward.
Yeah.
The only part I don't
Wing
get
rush.
was the edging flower beds comment. I didn't follow that. But
Something you do with the sharp edge. You edge the,
I guess so.
you
But
got his flower beds edged or
yeah.
something.
basically. But
But
there
like
you
the way that a dog would do it, like a dog just comes in and rips it all up and destroys it.
go. True.
That's how he got it.
Although isn't that closer to what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our next series coming up.
Yeah.
We have got two Titans of Terrans, MicroMachine, one of our oldest bots, and BenBotBC, one of our very up and rising Terrans, up and coming Terrans. He's been here for a few seasons now, quite a few. How many? Hold on, where's my mouse?
Ooh.
This is BenBot's 6th season, I believe.
That sounds right to me.
That's 2 full years of ProBots, Endersword.
That's true. It is MicroMachine's 83rd season.
Yeah, he's been around just forever.
Since
He was around before StarCraft 2.
Yeah, since literally the beginning.
He is the alpha, the omega.
At one point just did marine rushes. MicroMachine is now in space. I think that is the
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that is the space shuttle Columbia, I think, behind it.
No, that's just the StarCraft background, isn't it? What is it? Oh no, that is the space shuttle.
So
Holy shit.
yeah. There you go.
Huh. We'll build that as a puzzle tomorrow in post bots. How's that?
This was actually taken by the James Webb Telescope, I believe.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And it found
I don't know.
MicroMachine
I see another spaceship that looks
in
like
a distant
a video
galaxy.
game.
Distant galaxy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Anyway, what is there to say about MicroMachine other than he is awesome and is so strong and is still one of the top bots despite not getting a ton of regular updates like some of these bots. So we'll see what BenBot here with a pretty good win rate, above 50%. A great ELO in that high 1900s. That's where all the top bots are. So and these ELOs are a little bit older. I think it was from when the season started, right? Or when ProBot started, or is this current? No, it's not
I think
current.
so. Well, I think it's
BenBot currently at 1695. So yeah, no, it's what they qualified with.
Yeah.
But yeah, that high 1900s is where Ketroc's sitting in second place right now. So BenBot, see what he can do. Do battle cruisers really phase MicroMachine?
Not real. I think it's more of a matter of if you've gotten to them in mass, then you're probably doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's more a matter of like, do you have a hand free to get to that point at that point? But MicroMachine also will transition to battle cruisers himself.
Yeah.
Later in the game. But yeah, I don't know. It's I think it'll be down to if BenBot's like early stuff works. Things like the bunker contain that sort of thing. If it
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you could pull that off.
Yeah. If he could do that to contain a little bit, then that's helpful. If his bunker at home magnet works, then that's helpful. But yeah, it's a tough one. I think BenBot is very resilient, but MicroMachine is just relentless.
Well, he's MicroMachine, man.
Yeah. And I feel
What else is there to say?
Yeah, exactly. It's been a short night tonight, but this may fix that.
Yeah, this has been some pretty, but still some very cool showcasings of builds, of maneuvers, of strategies. So some really cool stuff to look at tomorrow on PostBots for our Crown Club. But let's go ahead and dive into our last best of 3 of the night here in day 4. Our last upper group in the bracket, or in the group stage rather, Group D, and MicroMachine versus BenBot. Let's go.
RR and unusuals.
I'll be back in 2
seconds. MicroMachine.
Glaciers.
BenBotBC.
Ready? We got MicroMachine expressing interest in an early expand strategy. BenBot is choosing the BenBot strategy.
No, what's he doing?
He's proxying.
Oh, of course.
This could work well, though, if MicroMachine is going for an early expand. Although I feel like we've seen MicroMachine say early expand and then get like a starport and everything before expanding, and just say that that's an early expand. So we'll see what the actual timing is and whether or not BenBot can get a bunker down up on the high ground. If he can, then that's certainly going to bode very well. And I think a little bit will depend what MicroMachine's first unit is. If it's going to be a Reaper out, then he can just kind of go at the back door. And there you go. It is. So he will path right by where the barracks is, and could potentially draw fire there. So at least one Marine will make it up to the high ground to that bunker. He could then have the Reaper either ignore this or just start going after the barracks.
Yeah, we'll see. We've seen MicroMachine deal with this pretty effectively before. If he can sneak that Reaper out, that's obviously good. And this is a little further away too.
Yeah.
So it really gives MicroMachine a chance to go down onto this lower ground and kind of maneuver and do something with it. So
okay, the Reaper got pulled into the natural here. Now MicroMachine did make his second CC in the main instead of trying to put it on location. That's going to work out well for him. Obviously, that's better. He'll be able to complete that and then just kind of move it down whenever he's cleared up again. But when will that be? So the Reaper has not gone out the back door, and instead is kind of juking around there. Okay.
Kind of like it, because now he's going to be able to kill this Marine. Yeah, that's good. And now he can go out. And,
now double out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now if you can cut off the reinforcements here, then that's definitely helpful.
When Marine pops out and gets a few shots.
I kind of like this as well, and we've seen this work out for MicroMachine time and time again, where you just ignore the fact that somebody is proxying you, containing you, and then 2 Reapers go into their base and just kill literally everything.
Well, MicroMachine is one of those bots that has dealt with this kind of thing and any number of type of things like this so many times. He has been the target of so much aggression because he's been on top for so long that he just knows how to deal with so many circumstances. That's why we see the CC on the high ground. That's why we see the Reapers behaving certain ways. And
yeah, the Hellion there is definitely a good counter to this, to be able to stop the Reapers from doing too much damage. Will he get out? He's just kind of scouting around still. Yeah. We'll get away for now, but he's kind of really got to stay ahead of this. The other Reaper. Sight blockers always do such confusing things to bots. They just forget immediately.
He just froze. Now, that must have been because of the sight blocker. He just hit it, couldn't see him. He's like, well, I guess I'm done.
He's like, what was I chasing? It's
My
like
job, yeah.
like that Hellion acted like an old person going into another room and
You got me driving that Hellion.
forgetting why they went in there.
Oh, like that South Park episode, the old people driving into the living room.
Old people. Yeah, the Hellion going to Kitchen Buffet. All right, the aggressive move here up against the Cyclone, but he is holding that. Nothing in this bunker anymore. I'm almost surprised that he's leaving it empty. He could just be continuing to hold that position and being aggressive with the actions. Yeah. But now he's gonna be able to lock onto this. And
yeah, that is really interesting. I guess he didn't like how little attacking the Marines were doing, and just decided to get aggressive with it. But at that point, it's like just put the bunker on the low, or like right by the ramp or something. So you can use it still. But yeah, now it's just dead. Oh, he's gonna try to salvage.
Yep, we'll gets the money back. That's definitely good, and he will now pick up from this position, go back home. I think this is relatively equal to both. I think it definitely slows down MicroMachine from what the plan was. BenBot also has the base planted, so I think that's a pretty neutral outcome, to be honest.
Now, why, when I'm just obviously for the game mechanic, I get it, but for bunkers, why do you only get 75% of it back? Wouldn't you? Are there like parts you can't salvage? Because aren't all Terran buildings made to be like taken apart and reassembled and moved around? Isn't that kind of their thing?
I figure there's an energy cost that you've got to melt it down to use it for something else or whatever.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
But, you got to pay at least 25% for that. You're not going to perfectly use it for something else. But I don't know. There was a point. Was there a point where it was 100%? I think there might have been in the past.
Maybe when it initially, when it first happened. Yeah, I can't remember.
Because I remember the outrage over there was a long parody post about how bunkers could no longer be used as like a bank or a commodity store of value or something like that.
Nice Viking, by the way, having the vision for MicroMachine, or I'm sorry, for BenBot on the high ground. He's actually able to push MicroMachine back a little bit here. So yeah, things pretty kind of even here. I don't know. It's hard to say. BenBot does have that worker lead, which is absolutely helpful. But MicroMachine's starting to get to 3 bases, so that worker lead's not going to be long, or not going to last long, right?
Yeah, very true. Although a third base also coming for BenBot, but a little bit behind. But yeah, this is usually around the time you see MicroMachine just kind of explode here, but good defenses so far. And he is going up to the fusion core.
We've seen what was it? There was another game where I think it was versus a Protoss maybe, but just this map and the high ground is really good for the air units to be able to just to engage and to pull things away from the main army a little bit. There's just all that weird dead space that they can kind of abuse as defensive, as a defensive measure.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one to attack into. There was, who was it that did that? It was a Protoss, and then the Terran was making Thors, and there was a big stalemate right at this spot for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I
think it was a Ketroc game.
That sounds maybe right.
I can't remember exactly who it was. Maybe Ketroc and Spud.
It was. I thought the aggressive player was a Protoss, though.
Oh yeah, I can't remember. We're old, Endersword. Our memories aren't that good.
I forget who, because it was last season. It wasn't this season. Yeah. But
Anyway, we've got Yamato coming down, Endersword.
We do indeed, and the first battle cruiser is on the way. Got a few more upgrades coming on for both of them, really. Going for Cyclone upgrades, Drilling Claw upgrades. There's a lot of Vikings out already on MicroMachine side, which if they can catch battle cruisers, could take them out. The key is always hitting the point in which you're killing them before it can teleport away, which can be tough to do, requires some synchronized fire, but a lot of Vikings can be pretty good at that. Here charging at the third base, and we'll stim on the position, may be able to take it out.
Oh yeah, I think these Marines are going to be able to gun down maybe even a battlecruiser with the Viking support. Yeah, they're under it, just dealing so much damage. Oh, it does teleport out just in time. Oh, the planetary finishes though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually didn't even see that till it was just finishing.
Yeah, PF was the race against time there, but there's a tank in a good position, and the Cyclone there getting the lock on. The real key to this was clearing out a lot of the SCVs, though, because they can't do a mass repair and overcome that.
And that battle cruiser too, because now MicroMachine can sit here with the tanks, and he's putting a timer a little bit on BenBot, so he's got that chokehold, and he's got BenBot in a bit of a pickle here. But as soon as that battle cruiser repairs and gets back in the fight, BenBot still has some Vikings. Yeah, okay, here he comes. But actually, the Vikings all go back to repair themselves, leaving the battlecruiser to fight alone, which isn't quite the best.
Yeah, getting really low here. Another
Here's
few
that weird
kind of
air base I was talking about, how they're like way over, they're way past BenBot's front line.
Nice turrets here. We'll take out the tank and actually save this.
Oh, wow. Nice Raven.
Yeah.
That's clutch. That's actually really important.
That was very, very clutch. That was about a volley away from death.
Wow.
When he took that out. The Cyclone's still kind of poking, but now just poking at the Marines instead of the planetary. So yeah, that staying up is definitely huge. Had that gone down, then I think the game just kind of goes one way from there.
Oh, BenBot's holding on. He's kind of holding that air advantage, it feels like, but MicroMachine's just got a superior army, I think, especially if he can repair a little bit. These Cyclones are really damaged.
Yeah, this is what BenBot's generally been known for, though, just kind of collapsing back to a defensive position and just kind of finding a way to make it work. There's tons of SCVs here again, so there's no way that you're just going to, with a relatively small army, overcome this position. And MicroMachine does go home.
Wow, yeah, no, good job. BenBot forcing MicroMachine back. Supply's actually dead even almost. That worker count is... BenBot's going for the higher worker count and the smaller army supply, but vice versa.
Yeah, BenBot is up to 4 bases already. MicroMachine almost oddly is not. Hasn't taken the 4th, which is almost uncharacteristic. And we'll come in to take a poke yet again. BenBot.
BenBot's keeping up, man.
Yeah.
Almost what?
Almost like allows this forward position and then kind of defends once he's there.
Yeah.
Letting the planetary do a lot of the initial damage and then kind of comes in afterwards once it's just tanks Vikings.
Oh, it's better to lose some planetary health and repair it than a bunch of Marines, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of your cushion.
Ooh, this cushion's about to get popped.
Yeah, that's it. It's a lot of tanks, and yeah, there it goes.
There it goes. Oh boy, MicroMachine's getting that chokehold again. He's actually going to pull back now that he's successfully killed that base, which is good call. Regroup a little bit, come in with another powerful attack. Because that really hurts. BenBot really needed that base. Now that MicroMachine's on 4 bases, BenBot was pretty even there. But now he's got 83 workers on 3 bases, and that's a little too many. Not really helping you out past. Yeah, I see a lot of long distance mining now. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts a lot. More battlecruisers coming out, though. Can the battlecruisers save the day? 2 at a time.
Yeah, you've got to really get a good number, and there's a lot of Vikings out here now.
Oh, that's too many Vikings. Oh, gets a nice little Yamato. Yeah, we could get enough of Yamatos, I guess. I don't know. That always just kind of felt like BenBot's problem a little bit, too, is his army doesn't group up. It goes home and repairs and leaves other things alone, and then once they're repaired, they come out while everything else goes back, and you see here another solo battlecruiser. But he's making 2 at a time. Like, he should have 3 battlecruisers, right? Oh,
yeah, and it
doesn't get out.
I guess MicroMachine is adding 3 Vikings at a time. He's now adding his own battlecruiser, and I think that's usually the turning point on these things. Is I always kind of say there's certain anchors to your army, and I think having the battlecruiser really anchors your position, similar to how like a Thor or 2 does on the ground. That it just gives you this focal point to either fall back to or absorb fire so that the main DPS parts of your army don't have to. The one gets taken out there, but he doesn't have to go back too far before taking out Vikings of his own. And
this is chaos a little bit.
Yeah. Tanks wandering into enemy tank fire there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not quite still at the overwhelming part, and obviously this planetary got rebuilt. The BCs aren't getting close enough to do a lot of damage before they get taken out, but or pushed back, not actually killed or anything. but we'll see as the next BC comes forward, 2 of them now. I think this may anchor the position enough to get tanks in position and really hold this.
This is a hard base to defend. There's just so much open ground there.
Wide.
The Cyclone's really having a good time. The tanks have a lot of places they can siege up.
Tanks getting pretty aggressive there. Or sorry, the battle cruiser getting pretty aggressive there.
Sky tank
going after the tanks.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna have to go home and repair pretty soon here. MicroMachine sticks around a long time though. He really does have that. You don't go home until you're at X amount of health.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at this moment, it's really good because he's still putting pressure on BenBot. You know, if that battlecruiser were to go home a little too early, maybe BenBot's battlecruisers can start to get a little bit more purchase. But even the Cyclones are going to do some good damage against BenBot's battlecruisers. Oh man, I gotta say though, this is probably our longest game of the night so far, right?
I think it definitely is.
I think we've hit that.
And it's certainly not over yet. He will once again kind of not finish off. There's not enough firepower to finish off any of these BCs. So again, they continue to accumulate, and it's an odd angle of attack. And you kind of mentioned this before, coming in and trying to siege up here on this like really awkward. It's a hard base, like you said, to defend, but it's also a hard base to attack from.
Yeah.
There's this double layer of high ground, and it's hard to kind of get up there.
Yeah, it does make it really awkward with siege tanks.
Yeah.
But that bottom base is exposed.
Yeah,
though,
he has found that third base, and he's putting some fire in there.
Nice. I do. Yeah, MicroMachine looks like he's kind of hit that tipping point. BenBot's slowly starting to diminish in supply, and he just doesn't have the economy anymore to keep up with MicroMachine. But I feel like we've seen these two go at it before, and it's always kind of similar to this, but it feels like BenBot's lasting a little bit better each time. Like his defense is so good. He can really absorb a lot of abuse. Like he's taken. So how much has he lost now? He's lost probably actually not as much as I even think. He's done a good job at keeping the battlecruisers alive for the most part, I think.
Yeah, about
120 SCVs. What the hell happened there?
Well, they kept just coming down to the third base and trying to fix everything.
Yeah, only three
double the mineral count, a bit worse on the gas, but so definitely, like the inefficient one, but really holding out for a lot of time. And the inefficiency was okay for a while when he had 4 bases to 3, but not enough now. Chasing this 1 CC that's gotten way out of the pocket.
Yeah, no, this MicroMachine has absolutely won this game here. So he'll take game 1. We forgot to talk a little bit, might as well now, about BenBot's update. So MicroMachine, I don't know if he's received anything. He just kind of gets random intermittent fixes from time to time.
He updated his profile picture, that's it.
And updates the profile picture. That's the most important thing. But BenBot did get a handful of minor adjustments. Doesn't look like anything Terran specific. But
that's what I was pointing out earlier. It's all Zerg and Protoss stuff.
But if he loses here in the next game to MicroMachine, he will have to go up against 4-Gatebot. We got 4-Gatebot waiting down in the lower ranks.
Yeah.
And he did add a little bit of Protoss, but it's mostly for like Storm and minor tweaks and bug fixes. So I don't know. We'll see if those updates come in handy. But MicroMachine, man, he's MicroMachine. He's too good.
Yes, is indeed.
Good. We'll see though. BenBot, of any of the bots though, BenBot really does give MicroMachine a good fight for a while.
Yeah.
Because he was even. He had 4 bases with MicroMachine's 4 bases until he lost it, obviously. But he was really good at keeping the pace there and holding off some of those initial attacks. And a lot of that is that map. That map's hard to breach into the enemy base for sure. But we'll see what happens on our next map, Blackburn. What could be our last game of the night. We'll see if MicroMachine will move on to that round of 8, or if BenBot can turn things around and maybe get a win here on our day 4 of ProBots on ESChamp. Thanks for being here, everybody. Let's dive into it.
Rap, RR, and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
I'm sweating. Give me just a second.
Glaciers.
BenBotBC.
You can all hear my air conditioner. I apologize. It's so fucking hot in here.
It's a good air
Melting
conditioner.
under sword.
You should just sit on ice.
Well, I'm not used to. We've been getting a lot of rain here, and we usually have like 0% humidity where I live, so it just makes it feel so much hotter. I should sit on some ice. That would be nice.
Yeah, humidity.
Humidity sucks, man.
That's how they fix everything. You get a
I
big
hate humidity.
like in Futurama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got the proxy coming again. Ender sword.
We do. It's a little further
different.
out, so he's not going to stumble onto this with a Reaper or anything. But it also then means that the Reaper path is totally clear. So
I don't know. MicroMachine scouts around, right, with his Reaper?
Yeah, often we'll take a look, but then by the time there's like 2, it's usually like straight in there.
Oh yeah, and he goes home with the fans.
Yeah, we'll see how this shapes up. Last time there was a Hellion out in time to stop a lot of damage from the first Reaper. But who knows? Like here, there's going to be this out. I missed at the start. Did he say what build he was going for? Last time it was...
Nope, just saying he won.
Yeah.
Prepare to get crushed.
That's it. GG.
Yeah, no, this is pretty much the exact same positioning of the bunkers while he's got. So MicroMachine, again, has that low ground to maneuver and can really get a foothold down there once the time comes. So yeah, I get it's hard to say. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to see it closer, but then the Reaper can just hit it from the high ground, so you can't really put it closer. I don't know. You could maybe put it right where the base goes or something.
He's gonna run into a Marine that's patrolling there.
Oh, this is like what we saw in our very first series, the Zergling stopping the units from going down the ramp, or really from anything happening, because he just was just there. Marine doesn't even know this Reaper exists. He has no clue.
Yeah,
and just has no idea. He's
even
even got his back turned. He's like, yeah, but everything's fine. Nothing up that ramp gonna come down and kill me.
Where's the second one? Did he not make a second and just that's the second now? Or
I don't know.
Yeah, don't know where he's at.
Well, hey, it's keeping MicroMachine's Reaper from doing anything. So, hey, well played. Well played.
We'll float down here, and now we'll discover that there is a bunker.
Oh, yep. Bunker actually doesn't even care.
Yeah,
MicroMachine doesn't give a damn
at all. Is instead just going right up to the
orbital. Not even a planet. Oh,
but he pulled the goalie. He pulled the goalie.
Oh no.
Reaper will get in.
He's getting a lot of damage done. What's that?
Yeah, Reaper sneaking into the base.
Was he getting in? Oh, he's in. All right, well, the worker's in trouble. Not really a response at all out of BenBot just yet. Does force the command center away, so that's helpful. Man, there's nothing dealing with that Reaper. There we go. Hellion pops out. Okay, worried me there for a second. Nice dodge, though. BenBot with some good micro. MicroMachine, obviously, with phenomenal micro. It's in the name, Ender Sword.
It is in the name.
Whoa! Oh, he doesn't micro out of that one, though. Couldn't quite get away. All right. Where do we go from here? BenBot's actually getting a second base.
Yeah, it's tough here. I guess he can go down with a tank once he does siege that up, and then kind of see what he can do there. As long as he gets down before the tank of BenBot makes it, just on the edge, like really edge of range here. The repairs will go down, but it's hard to repair that.
You notice how the BenBot's Marines haven't left the bunker this time, and they aren't suiciding. I wonder what's causing the difference there.
Definitely better.
Actually, MicroMachine getting a little bold here.
All right, big damage. Splash continuing to go off.
Pretty even trade, though.
He definitely lost more Marines here, though, than he needed to.
Oh, don't go forward. Go backwards. Oh, no.
That's fine. All right, so he'll take it. But this time, I think definitely, like, you have to say that BenBot came out well ahead.
Yeah, definitely better than last time. Yeah, no, that actually really denied a lot of the second base mining and allowed him to get his base up and running. So, yeah, no, I'd say that was halfway successful. I'd say if he had kept maybe some of those Marines alive, it would have been even more successful. But not bad, not bad at all.
Yeah, still good. I mean, if you said like in a human versus human game, that you came out with a 8-worker advantage from that.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah,
you'd be pretty happy with that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But is it enough against MicroMachine? Does 8 workers even matter to MicroMachine? Does he care?
That is the question.
I don't think MicroMachine gives a damn. MicroMachine's actually killed 2 of his own. So he did MicroMachine. It's not because MicroMachine lost those workers. MicroMachine just doesn't even think he needs them. How good he is. Ooh, don't attack up here though, MicroMachine. Oh boy, don't do it.
No.
Oh, don't do it.
From the low ground, the Viking there is key. If the
Raven though,
medevac had been able to give the high ground vision, then this would be annoying.
Oh yeah, because the tank could hit that bunker or MicroMachine.
Yeah.
Oh,
trying to draw him in, but the tank's just.
Can he like see up there? Does he know there's a tank? Okay, now he knows.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he knew from before. Whether he remembers, I don't know.
I don't know if he ever saw that tank there.
The medevac.
Yeah, I guess the medevac would have seen it. Yeah. Well, but no, the turret was keeping it kind of at bay, wasn't it? I don't know. Here we go. Oh, MicroMachine's going to suicide up the ramp, and that's not going to work. Yeah, and this is, you talked about this right before the series. BenBot's little bunker trap here. How effective it can be.
Yeah,
good trap. This is a good map.
Does repel that, but this game, different than the first, is BenBot has not taken a third yet. There is one built, I think, and it's floating down now. But I think it was down sooner last time. But his fusion core, I think, is a lot quicker.
Do you notice in the chat how our bot removed the spam bot, but in turn it spammed itself saying that it removed the spam bot?
Yes, which is also just an advertisement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wanted to point that out. That was funny.
I just think it's interesting that they have to specify that it's naked sex.
Yes.
none of that clothes sex.
Oh boy. MicroMachine coming in for another attack. He's got actually pretty even army supplies here. Pretty even everything. BenBot slightly in the lead as far as the numbers go. Just in both workers and army. But upgrades. Where are we at there? Oh, it looks like BenBot's actually about to take the upgrade lead as well. Interesting. He's like slightly ahead of MicroMachine in all these regards. You think he could, maybe he can turn this into a win?
It's possible. We haven't really seen BenBot be on the offensive side of things yet, and it doesn't look like we are yet. MicroMachine is still the one that's kind of moving out. But if you get caught in a bad engagement, kind of lose this, then you can really be put on the back foot.
This spot, MicroMachine could take another bad engagement in this in that little bunker defensive spot, especially now that battle cruisers are out. That it's a really good spot for the battle cruiser to sit over and defend. But he's actually just going to push out himself and try to get some damage done by the looks of it. Not a lot of anti-air here for the battle cruiser. A few Marines, but they're just going to tickle in the slow zone nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this obviously isn't gonna get too much of a purchase, but BenBot taking a good fight, getting some kills. It's good. Yeah, you got to keep that lead a little bit. Actually, starting to lose the lead. What's happening? MicroMachine's catching up.
Yeah, took the army supply lead. Only 2 workers behind now, as his economy catches up. But BenBot still with like this very good defensive position. It's hard to see a push in happening. Good little Viking flank on the BC there.
I don't know. I think MicroMachine actually might be able to get the air control on the right-hand side here. It just feels like he's going to be able to get better concaves just the way BenBot's pushing out.
One of the bunkers dies there.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the front one.
Oh, the front one? Oh, okay. Oh, wow, yeah, look at that.
No.
Well, he's building more. He's like, oh, fine. You kill that, I'll build 2 more.
He'll be all right.
Every bunker you kill gets a responsive.
Let's pull back. MicroMachine is going to expand again. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a position on that third base, though. It's kind of like out of the way, which is awkward on this map. And then the fact that there's a PF there is going to make it tough to really push in. He is going higher now, though. So if he kind of pushes flat across, then that could get him in a good spot and force BenBot to come down his natural ramp for it.
Was that BenBot's Raven doing that? Who's got the Raven right now? Because I see BenBot getting the Raven upgrade. Yeah, that was it. That must have been his Raven. I think he lost.
A lot of Vikings out on BenBot's side. It's going to be a little bit of a slug out to see who takes control.
Ooh, good stuff. BenBot's doing a really good job at keeping his Vikings together. Cyclone's obviously going to make that hard to push in and fight MicroMachine's Vikings, however. Oh,
like
this is the hard
Those
thing.
2 tanks here I kind of like, but are we going to get turrets? Does he have energy?
Well, yeah, I was going to say I like
what he
the
was trying to
Raven
do,
edition
right?
here.
Yeah.
Could get another epic turret drop here. That'd be huge. He's got to get these tanks. They're putting on some pressure. It's not like end of the world pressure, but he is starting to get some kills from it. Okay, finally some ground units will be able to push in and finish that off. Good job, Marines. All right. What's going on north here? Just one Marine harassing. Oh, and a Viking. Oh,
Yeah,
look at that MicroMachine landing behind the mineral line.
Yeah, it's hard to hold that.
Deadliest thing in StarCraft, a landed
Elliot
Viking.
moving all the way around.
Ah, he's actually getting a lot of damage down
What's
here.
trying to come all the way? Yeah, just a bunch of Marines trying to come across.
You might want to fly out of there, buddy. Nope.
Probably,
Okay.
He probably could have if he did it right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good independent unit control to have just one do that. Like, it's so efficient to have that shut down.
And this is scrappy. This is getting really scrappy between these two. Army supply heavily right now in MicroMachine's favor, though, and he's got a great position on this high ground. BenBot kind of spread apart here.
He almost got it that time.
Ooh. A lot of damage getting done.
Yeah, this is kind of such a
bad.
resurgence. It's kind of a where did all this come from, but it's not even that much more. It's just really grouped up well and just like attacking.
Well, now it's a lot more. Now that he got a lot of Vikings trying to retreat and stuff. Yeah, now MicroMachine has doubled the army supply. Oh, well, something got canceled 7 times.
I think he tried to cancel it, but it was already built, so I don't know.
No, cancel.
I really like these 2 tanks. Like having 2 tanks in such a central position like this has been really worth their weight in gold. It's not that
they're owning the ground.
They're just constantly there.
Yeah.
Now here the Vikings kind of diving. Finally get that BC. I don't think the teleport had refreshed again yet. They're going to be going after the planetary.
Yeah, this is a great spot for the tanks. There's just so many directions that BenBot is trying to like kind of reinforce and come from, it feels like. But yeah, you know, he's just covered on all fronts. It's so you can't push into this unless you've got air dominance and a decent squad of Marines or something. BenBot's going Widow Mines for defense though, and that's not going to be as helpful in this scenario, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. And there's Cyclones again now going after the up in the back.
It's costing money.
They're not going to get it, but they're going to be really, really annoying for a long time.
Oh, so annoying. Yeah, no, it's just costing him so much.
And the Banshee here as well. I think this often gets, underestimated because MicroMachine just wins however anyway, like usually just overwhelms. But MicroMachine's understanding of the space is very far advanced compared to a lot of the other bots. Like understanding that these are choke points and like how to control this and understanding getting behind that mineral line and what makes and also adjusting its route. A lot of bots would just continue to come through the bottom path when he detected that there was the 3rd and 4th base above, started to switch to the slightly higher route, which made it a lot easier to access that and not come into fire from the natural. So like understanding the routes, the terrain, the chokes, things like that.
Just reading the map, yeah.
And so many bots just don't do that at all.
Well, he's so fluid about it too. Yeah, just kind of the way you described it. He's just, he's everywhere. He pulls back at the right times in the right places, groups up at the right stuff. Just MicroMachine is one of the top bots. Always will be, it feels like. And looks like he's gonna win game number 2 here. But hey, great job, BenBot. Nice fight. And you're not out yet. You're gonna get knocked down to face 4-gate bot. So let's hope you've got some good 4-gate protection there, because it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you hard. Well, MicroMachine joining the round of 8. We've got our 4 top bots in the round of 8, or our first 4 bots rather in the round of 8. We've got Eris, we've got NegativeZero, we've got EvilZoe, and now we've got MicroMachine.
Yeah.
A great start to our round of 8, and then going to get another elimination. No A's matches at all this season, Undersword. I'm a little bummed.
Nope, not yet.
What a
Not yet.
great showing
Like
tonight.
it's,
Something
I
awesome.
think we're most
Like it.
likely to next season or next
Yeah.
week because
think?
it'll be it'll be the people that have
More
like
of it.
won one, lost one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's most
Their
likely to
chance.
come
Yeah, I
up with
think
some
you're
of
right.
it. Yeah. Plus, we've got a couple random bots that are there. I
Oh
think.
yeah, that's right. We've got
So,
tier next week.
yeah.
That'll be good.
That'll be something to look at.
That'll be something.
Yeah.
Man, great stuff tonight though. Some really cool micro showcasing, some real cool builds, some really aggressive stuff. A lot of proxies tonight, but that's fun. I like it. You got to keep it moving every now and then.
Yeah,
You can't just do
Yeah,
macro every game.
Yeah, you can't get boring. I like that Ketroc's bot tried that stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I think he struggles historically against NegativeZero a little bit.
Yeah.
So I like take a risk, try to make something happen. You know, he's trying to put the ball on his court essentially, and trying to get control of the game early on, which it's a good strategy against any lesser bot. I do think it would have worked, but NegativeZero is so good. All right, Endersword. Tomorrow night is post bots. Are you going to be there?
Yep.
I'll be there. I'm joining this week. I was not there last week, but we will also be joined by Shark Nice, and we'll be putting together a puzzle, probably MicroMachine portrait, because I got to see what all those ships are and stuff.
Makes sense. I will ask. I didn't do last week, but I mentioned I'll ask them. I'm actually questions about like StarCraft and stuff.
Okay, yeah, we'll do some actual StarCraft stuff.
Collect the lore, correct the lore.
I like our lore discussions. I love the StarCraft lore. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, let's make it happen. So join us tomorrow in Discord. If you're in the Crown Club, you can come watch live, or you can watch the VOD after the fact. It's released the next day. But we'll talk about tonight's games, all the cool stuff we saw, and do other fun stuff. What else we got? We've got another YouTube channel. Go check out ESChamp ProBots. That's the name. We're on ESChamp now. Go to ESChamp ProBots in your search bar and go follow that channel. It's where you're going to see a lot of clips from things like post bots and fail bots and highlights. Drek has been doing a lot of highlights and putting my face on a lot of thumbnails for his videos, and where my face is all weird and contorted. So
yeah, he has to use
loving that.
He's looked through many hours of content for me making expressions, but I don't.
You just don't. Yeah, you just always have a nice neutral smile. You're just very photogenic in that. You know, you could do like magazine modeling or something. You just always have the perfect neutral, like I'm just doing my thing face.
Yeah, it's blue steel.
Never a weird pose.
Yeah.
Good. Never let your guard down, Endersword, especially against Drek.
Yeah,
he'll get you.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. That is day 4. We have just finished our upper group things. We're doing group stages this time, so it's a little different format. I don't know all the terminology perfectly. We'll figure it out. But next week we will be diving into the final bits of our group stage, the last eliminations of the group stage as well, and it will determine the next 4 bots to complete our round of 8. Let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket real quick if we can. And see kind of where we're at and where we're going. Again, group stages this time, and it's been working out quite well. We're bouncing through all the groups each week, so a little bit different in how we present it to you, the viewer, but I like it. It's been working out well. So next week, Whalemean versus Dominion Dog. It's going to be a good one. Again, these bots have already gotten their updates.
Yeah.
So the updates will stand through to next week, and then whichever bot loses that will get tossed into the scrap pile. No doubt about it.
That is what happens.
It is.
Physically.
Exactly.
Physically.
We print out the code and we burn it. Ketroc versus Spud. That's going to be another cool TVT, especially if Ketroc's doing some cheeky, aggressive builds. That could make for a really interesting game against Spud. Spud plays a pretty solid game too these days. All right, what else we got? Group C. SharpenedEdge versus Tier. Tier, of course, one of our random bots, so that's going to be who knows what. No idea what's going to happen there. BenBot versus Forgate will be our final match next week.
That's going to be an interesting one.
That will be.
Yeah. It'll come down
defense is good. He's got that strong bunker defense. If he can get it into a good position.
He does. It's going to be whether or not it's there before
in time,
the proxy, and then Forgate.
Well, the Forgate doesn't. Remember when we saw it though last week? It didn't hit immediately. We saw a stalker buildup as it like the adepts were poking and harassing.
Not right away.
It wasn't immediate pressure.
It'll be interesting because also Forgate bot doesn't care that you bunkered it.
Yeah.
because it's not trying to expand.
Yeah.
So she's going to be able to get it as long as she gets the ProBot, which shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, I think he only does that bunker against Terran, or does he do it against
Maybe,
other?
yeah. I thought we've seen it against others.
Yeah, I can't remember
but
now.
let's see. I mean, again, he may have programmed in something to say, well, it's 4-gate bot, don't do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, because you kind of have to assume 4-gate bot will 4-gate. So
Yeah.
we'll see if you prepared for that indeed. So join us next week on ProBots here. Join us tomorrow again if you're in the Crown Club in the Discord. Same time, same place here. And thank you all for tuning in and watching ProBots. Hopefully you've been enjoying the show. If you have, again, make sure you just hit that little thumbs up real quick. Give us some visibility and get more people into this. Go check out AIarena.net if you want to make a bot, if you like what you see. Great community. It's ever growing. A lot of great resources available for you. We've even got a videos page with a tutorial on how to make a bot. So go check that out. What else we got? You can sub to YouTube now. YouTube's just becoming Twitch. So do all the things that you do on Twitch here on YouTube. And yeah, but no, our Crown Club, that's where it's at. Join the Crown Club. You get cool stuff like our artwork. And eventually we'll do live in-person stuff again. We do game nights every now and then. You're always welcome to come join that. But yeah, you can see all the names right there. All those cool people. They've been all right, there it is. Scrolling along the bottom. Endersword, I'm exhausted. How are you feeling?
Similar.
Let's wrap this up.
But let's
finish this. Shout out to our production as well. Drexama, Laddie, and Kaiser keeping things looking good. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show, and we'll see you all next week or tomorrow night if you're on the Crown Club. But that's us signing off from ESChamp's ProBots. Have a good night, everybody.